Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to STARCOM Unknown Space, which is turning into a bit of a surprise hit. I mean, I'm not surprised, but you can never tell what's going to be popular and what isn't, but we appear to have struck gold with this one, and I can't tell you how happy I am that so many of you, after seeing this and the second video, were inspired to go out and try the game for yourself, because it really is an absolute gem. And at the end of the day, that's why I do this. Try to find and expose you to games that you're going to enjoy. Oh, an inactive gateway. Yeah, this is good because it means we can just jump straight back to Celeano Station rather than having to go back the long way. We are here, of course, looking for the Aletheia under the command of Commander Dawson. This was the research ship that was assigned to the station before everything went to hell and the wormhole collapsed. And they haven't reported in a while, so we're here looking for them. I'm also taking the opportunity to scan everything to within an inch of its life as well, of course. At the centre of this crater is a recent excavation site. STARCOM survey team, we're on the right track. The Aletheia was here. No anomalies detected here. You'd think if the Aletheia was in this system we would have picked it up by now. I mean, they definitely were here. This is where we were sent to look. And we have found evidence that they've been doing surveys here, but no sign of the ship itself. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We haven't found the wreck of the ship, so I suppose that's a good thing. Another one of these pyramids. What does this one say? And from his chariot the Telonian pierced the sun with his lance, and then the scintillating jewel, like a lure with his lance he cast the jewel into the hidden sea. What? I'm sure that's going to make sense to somebody, it just doesn't make sense to me. Right, okay, so the Aletheia is not in this system, but they were. My crappy sensors have managed to resolve a neighbouring star system with a white star and at least a couple of gas giants. There's probably more there, but I'll have to get closer. Oh, speaking of which, this doesn't always happen, but if you get close enough to the star in any given system, and there's anything unusual about it, you will get some freebie research points. This one has greater metallis... I can't even pronounce that. It's got more metals in its core than you'd expect. 25 research points. You're welcome. At this range I can only pick up the gas giants in this system, but yep, sure enough, as we get closer there's a desert world there as well. Maybe more. Eyes on the sensors. Looks like there's a couple of rocky planets here as well. Still not seeing any ships, but I might just need to get deeper into the system. Nothing unusual about the first gas giant. Ah, there is a ship here. There it is, we found the Aletheia. They seem to be okay. Why haven't they reported in? While investigating an anomaly, they were confronted by a group of vessels identifying themselves as the Devout. Not sure what we said wrong, but they started shooting at us. Do you want an escort home? Nope. I should probably let Commander Dawson know about these wormhole shortcuts that we found, so she can get back quickly. Oh, apparently Dr. Rama was speculating about the existence of these things. Oh! She found a thing and handed it over to me. Intricate triangles. Sounds very geometric. What's this? It's close to zero resistance. Conducting all of the ship's free energy through it didn't even make it warm. Holy shit. 95 research points too. Well, we found the Aletheia. Now what? I mean, that was my only mission. I mean, I'm going to scan the shit out of everything in this system as well. I'm assuming that the Aletheia has done that already, but I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to double check. They might have missed something. What do I have to do here? We found the Aletheia. We should let Commodore Yu know. Okay, head back. Well, I'm going to finish scanning everything in this system first. I don't know, it seems like a bit of an anticlimax, but who are these Devout that they were attacked by? Oh, actually, she didn't say where they were when they were attacked by these Devout. which means I should probably keep the shields up, stay at red alert, and do the whole Commander Riker thing. That's basically all he ever did in Star Trek, isn't it? His job was to sit on the bridge and say, shields up, red alert, that was it. Oh, and be spectacularly unsuccessful with women. What's this? I found a thing. Some kind of camouflage structure. Oh, with an artifact. An iridescent globe. And there are some containers nearby, also camouflage, which contain titanium and platinum. Awesome, I'll have it. Right, I suppose I should head back. Let's just see if there's anything special about this system's star. And that would be no. Don't get too close to the stars, by the way. They're very hot. Oh. Sensors have picked up a blue star. Not too far away. There could be other stars closer than that blue star. It's just that, well, one of the factors that determines how far away you can detect a star is its luminosity. So blue stars and white stars, much more luminous than, you know, at the other end of the scale, brown dwarfs, for example. So there could be other stars closer than that blue one, but I'd need to get closer to detect them because they might be at the lower end of the luminosity scale. But I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to check it out. Hopefully, there's another wormhole. Oh, actually, there might be other stars. That's a nebula. So the only reason I was able to see the blue star at that range is because it is so bright. There are almost certainly going to be other stars in that nebula that I just can't see yet because they're not as bright as that. And they're obscured by all the dust in the nebula. Nebulas do actually kind of work like that, but not to the level that science fiction would have you believe. It's not like the Mutara Nebula in Star Trek 2, where you can't see a ship 3 kilometers away from you because it's obscured by the dust. You know, it's not that bad. But on, you know, galactic distances, yeah. Oh, I'm picking up a planet. No other stars yet. Maybe this is the only star in this nebula. Oh, Lieutenant Avery's letting me know that she can highlight previously discovered planets and celestial artifacts with further investigation possibilities on the nav map. So right here you could see that there were yellow rings around planets that I haven't scanned yet. And if I'd scanned it and there was something there and I hadn't surveyed it, they would be purple or magenta rings. Blue rings if I'd scanned it, investigated it, and then there was more stuff left undone down there. Like up here, for example, although this one's slightly different. You see the pulsing green ring around it. Refinery Traders, that's a trading location. If there was a planet with an anomaly on it and interacting with it required passing a skill check and I failed the skill check, or there was some kind of key, some kind of item that I required to make further progress and I hadn't found that item yet, then there would be pulsing blue rings around that planet to let me know that there was stuff there that was still unfinished. Very, very useful feature because, I mean, at the moment there's not a lot to the map, but trust me, it's going to get a lot bigger and a lot more detailed. And having these reminders... oh, hang on. Who's this? There's a lot of them. You have the markings of the blasphemer who scraped forbidden relics from the sacred worlds. You are condemned as the heretics of the Empire to burn. Make your choice, accept the... Are you asking us to convert or die? Or to convert and then die? Instructions unclear. I think this might be the devout that Commander Dolson of the Aletheia was talking about. Yes! Oh, no, I'm getting out of here. Oh, they've got missiles! Oh, no! Yeah, I'm not messing around with that. I know I've just upgraded the ship, but that doesn't mean it's good. It's just slightly less shit. I am not messing around with all of that. Right, yeah, no, bugger that. Oh, there's a flinger there as well, so this clearly leads to some other system. And 2 unscanned and uninvestigated planets. I am going to come back when I'm feeling a bit harder. I'm going to gear up a bit before I'm not taking on 4 of them at the same time. No way. Right, well, oh wow. Actually, hang on a minute. So that one's much faster than the others. Maybe I can take down one. I can shoot down the missiles. Alright, that's good to know. It's buggered off. It's gone back to find its friends. Yeah, I think. Maybe. I'm still only seeing the one on sensors. Nah, you know what? Not worth it. I'm going to head back to the wormhole. Oh, hang on. That void drag thing. Lieutenant Avery's saying she's calculated the tangent at peak blah science words. Bloody hell. English, please. Imagine I'm stupid. Doesn't take much imagination. Okay, she's marked it on the map. So they've managed to narrow down the source of the void drag that I encountered on the way to the first system where I was looking for the Aletheia. Tactics officer. Markings on the layout ships are similar to those on the ship that destroyed Maya Station, but they seem to be orders of magnitude weaker in terms of combat strength. Well, that's good, I suppose. I'd hate to think they were orders of magnitude stronger than the thing that just obliterated Maya Station without even pausing for breath. Oh, there's a thing. I'm close enough to whatever is causing that void drag to actually be able to detect it on my shitty sensors. It must be... Wow. A polyheat... Whoa, what the hell? This is the source of the gravitational distortion. Scanners show it's hundreds of times denser than solid neutronium. Well, I'm taking a look at this. The triangular artifact I got from the Aletheia matches it. At the centre is a black sphere. As the team approaches, the structure seems to shift in impossible ways. Oh, it's going all Call of Cthulhu on me. Yeah, the team try to get out and then something shifts and they find themselves outside. What? Just... Lieutenant Avery's detecting a build-up of energy from it. Back off. Get some distance. Get the hell away from that thing. Oh, it's doing something. We just discovered a half dozen previously unknown particles. 200 research points. Oh, it's doing it again. The artifact just discharged a massive amount of energy. And we have no idea why or what it did. Well, I don't think I need the log note about the void drag effect anymore. We have discovered the source. I guess head back to the station and let Commodore Yu know what's going on. Discharges seem harmless to us. It's mostly particles that don't interact with baryonic matter. But I have no idea what it's actually doing. Yeah, exactly. I think we need to bring Dr. Rama in on this. Hang on, a derelict? Alright, we're going to investigate this as well. 5 titanium. Some salvageable materials. Scout ship has no weapons. It must have been a one-sided fight, yeah. I wonder, can I blast the wreck and then salvage it further? I do seem to be able to blast the wreck. As to whether or not I'm actually going to be able to get anything useful out of it. Yes. Some copper. And some silver. Totally worth it. Right, I think I'm going to have to go and definitely report all of this to Dr. Rama. Because I got no idea. And Dr. Rama is really, really smart. And incredibly sarcastic. But putting up with her sarcasm and scorn is just a burden that I'm going to have to shoulder. Because we need to know what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, some unscanned cargo, the iridescent globe. Let's have a quick look at this. It's very pretty. It's the ability to change the colour properties of certain hard material. Oh, this allows you to paint your ships in the shipyard. Right, anyway. Yeah, Commodore Yu. First things first. Yep, we found the Aletheia. Okay. Oh. So, we're now getting assigned a small team of support personnel. More on this in a moment. First, to Dr. Rama. The polyhedral artifact seems to discharge energy on the scale of a large solar flare every 14.3 seconds. Does this mean you're going to be less condescending to me? you'll be less condescending today. If you want me to be friendly tomorrow, make another discovery that changes our understanding of physics. So what is it? It's obviously way beyond our technology. With the brief amount of time we've had with the data, I've come up with two hypotheses. One, it's some kind of beacon. The exotic particles it produces would be unmistakable at any distance. Another possibility is while the object generates a very large amount of energy, perhaps that energy is only part of the equation. Perhaps it requires some additional input. Yeah, this is all just speculation. Okay. Lieutenant Milton. Oh yes, he was taking a look at that artifact that I found. He's seen something like it at the Gemini shipyards back home, used for custom colouring of luxury vessels. Yes, yeah, this is... well, you have to research it first, but it will allow you to basically paint your ship in pretty colours. Admittedly, not something that seems amazingly useful, and to be completely fair, you can get through 100% of this game without ever researching or using that tech. But there is one thing that it does come in very, very useful for, and I've already said too much. More on that later. Much later. Oh, now the other puzzle object that he was investigating before I left the station the last time. So go on then, what is it? The initial configuration of the puzzle, which is really more of a codex, reminded him of the equations Rama uncovered to control the gateways, so he tried solving it for the gateways we know about, and out popped a new equation. Please be sure to thank Dr. Rama for directing this toy my way. You're trying to rub her face in this, aren't you? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. So we've got a new set of coordinates to investigate. Wormhole coordinates. So, yeah, so that's tracked on the map. Still haven't managed to... I've seen two of these emissary celestial things, and I've never been quick enough to catch them yet. Although, possibly now, that I've fitted the ship with an extra 2 engines. Oh yes, support personnel. So we currently have 10 support crew. Support crew are non-named characters, so, you know, not like Ensign Perks and Ensign Gleese and the bridge crew, you know, my actual science and tactics and so on officers. They're basically just a number. It says there in the bottom right of the screen, support crew 10 out of 10. So when you're in action, if you've researched the battle station skill, you can go to battle stations and the support crew repair the hull faster. They regenerate the power faster and so on and so on. They're basically expendable red shirts that you use to make the ship a bit better in a pinch. So what are we going to do now? I mean, I've got this codex shape coordinate that Lieutenant Milton found from the thing that Dr. Rama dismissed as a toy, but I mean, there's that emissary. Now, I've marked the coordinates of the star system where I last saw an emissary, one of these celestial probes. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to find it again if I go back there, but it's the best clue I've got. And my ship is, well, it's not twice as fast as it was. I have doubled the amount of engines on the ship, which doubles the amount of thrust that the ship's generating, but adding engines and extra bulkheads, that all also increases the ship's mass. So it's almost twice as fast as it was. Hopefully, if there is an emissary in this system, I'll be able to catch it and find out where it's going and what it is. So I'm going to take the flinger. I am going to investigate that codex shape thing, by the way. When Lieutenant Milton said he solved it for the wormholes that they know about and out popped another equation, the equation, that is the coordinates of another wormhole. So as long as I find a wormhole, I can just go straight there. The wormholes in this game are kind of like the way the Stargate works. As long as you got the coordinates of any one wormhole, you can get to that wormhole from any other wormhole. At least that seems to be true so far. Don't worry, if that ever changes, I'll be sure and let you know. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting emissaries. Well, this is where I found it. And again, it did bugger off and disappear, so, I mean, that doesn't mean it's still going to be here, does it? But where else am I going to look? I scanned something on this planet, and it triggered a signal, and that's what caused the emissary to spawn. Can I? Nope, it's not going to let me interact further with that planet. This might be a good thing. The glyphs on the walls of the pyramid where I discovered it did say that maybe they were emissaries of doom, because ships had been known to follow them and then were never seen again. it headed off down in this direction. I don't know, maybe it left something behind. I really am clutching at straws here. I've got no idea, but I can't think of anything better. I mean, we've got the codex shape coordinates to investigate, but... Oh, hello. What's this? The xenoculture specialist, Ensign Triton, altered to the bones. He's been spending his downtime reviewing various artifacts that we found. Remember that altar we found in the sandstorm, the altar to the bones, with the machinery inside? The universal translator had assumed a religious context. Looking at it again, I think the altar is an astrolabe pointing to where the bones were taken. Alright. And what does that mean? Now we just need to find the system. Let's see, there's a star and some planets. Ensign Perks, Astroscience, could you possibly help? Because Ensign Triton doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So it's a 4-body Lagrange sector, which are uncommon. We're looking for 4 planets, 1 big, 3 small, all roughly the same distance from a central star, probably K-type. Alright, have we seen that before? It's not this one. It's not the one where I logged the emissary. 4 planets equidistant from a K-type star. 1 big planet, 3 small planets. I haven't necessarily actually encountered this system yet. Let's have a look around the systems that I have actually mapped out. No, that's not it. Nope. Not even close. Nope. So these are all the systems where the Red Raiders were, and it's none of these. None. So what else have I actually... So there's the... Ooh. No. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not that one. That's where the devout were, and they are not friendly. And it's none of these. So it does kind of look like a system that I have not yet encountered. Alright, we're going to stick that one in the back pocket and worry about it. Like, oh wait, it's not this one. No, that was just full of asteroid fields. So yeah, it's a system I haven't actually come across yet, but I'll need to keep an eye open for a system with 4 planets, 1 big, 3 small, all the same distance from a K-class star. So my options at the moment are go and check out the codex shape coordinate wormhole, or try to fight my way through all of those devout and hope that the flinger in the system where they're located is going to take me to the planet or system that Perks and Triton keep going on about. Oh, hang on, hostile ship. Oh, Red Raiders. Oh, yeah, just because I shut the Red Raider factory down doesn't mean that I cleared up all of the... There's an emissary. Right. Okay. Follow that thing. It is still faster than I am, but I'm nowhere near as slow as I was. Hopefully I can at least stay on its tail until I figure out where it's going and what it's doing. Come on. Come on. No, don't go in the flinger. It's stopped. Yes. Wait. Is that another wormhole? Fortune favours the brave. Where are we? The warp metrics of the wormhole we just passed through match the one that brought us to this universe, but on a much smaller scale. Wait, this isn't the Lagrange system that Perks and Triton... Nah, there's only 3 planets. It's in the middle of a nebula as well. Let's check the nav computer. Bad news is, that didn't take us home. The good news is, we're still in the same universe as Celeano. Okay, hang on, wait, where are we? Holy shit, we're far away. I mean, we're not Star Trek Voyager far away, but we are uncomfortably far to travel in real space. Oh no, there's a wormhole in this system. I just wasn't quite close enough to pick it up. There it is. Right, nothing detected on this gas giant. Let's go and get this wormhole activated. Yes, okay, we can get home. I mean, I would have been able to get home anyway, it just might have taken 10 minutes. Whoa. A ring world? That was unexpected. Been rendered habitable at great effort, but apart from some simple plant life and single-celled aquatic creatures, it's uninhabited. There are structures here regulating the airflows without which the entire surface would be swept with typhoon-strength winds. Oh, I can actually investigate the planet at the middle of the ring as well. Oh, and I can re-investigate the ring world, so there must be something to do there that I'm unable to do just yet. No anomalies on the desert planet at the middle of the ring, but the ring itself is unfinished business. So there's something going on there, but at the moment I must need a thing to actually be able to progress. I don't know. And this planet, nothing. Right. Why did the emissary bring me here? Oh, a comet! Trace neutronium particles in this comet suggest the environment of the system is not natural, influenced by engineering on a massive scale. Yeah, no shit, Ensign. You think? You just noticed that, did you? Oh, comets are amazing, by the way. If ever you detect a comet in the system, get close enough to the comet to scan it, because you get a ton of research points. Right, anyway, so great, a ring world. I mean, it's amazing, but I don't know why the emissary brought me here. Let's jump to that wormhole that Milton discovered. Because, I mean, wormhole travel is instantaneous. There's an oceanic world. And there's something down here. It might just be a resource dump, but there could be something more interesting. Some sort of climate disaster that caused most of the surface of this planet to flood. There are some structures sticking out of the ocean, however. And they're inhabited by crab-like creatures who do not like visitors. So I can use tactics or xenoculture, and I've got a better chance with xenoculture. Not much better. Good enough? Yes. Well, sort of. We had to bribe them with some aluminium. As long as the crew are back unharmed. I mean, I can always get more aluminium. This is fine. So what was the point of this system? Nothing on the gas giant? Not immediately, although there is a natural layer of etherine not far from the planet's core. Unfortunately, the lander would be crushed far before we could get down to it. Anything else in this system? Oh yeah, some kind of asteroid belt on a rocky planet. Alright, I'll go and take a look. Because I'm not seeing what the fuss was about this system. So if there is anything particularly interesting... Hang on a minute, that's not... Those aren't asteroids. Similar markings to the ones spilled by the cargo ship near Maya that we were doing at the beginning of the game. How the hell did they get here? Maybe there's some good stuff inside them. Oh, STARCOM components. What? Who's dumped STARCOM gear in orbit around this planet? Device for controlling xenium reactions. Since it's our own technology, we're not likely to learn much from it. Well, sure, but I mean, how? You've seen this kind of controller used by military division in some research projects. Extremely high energy, but impractical as a weapon. Do you get the impression that maybe Commodore Yu isn't telling me everything? This was an undiscovered system. We only just, almost by accident, discovered the wormhole coordinates for it. As far as I was aware, this system didn't even exist. And now I get here, and there's evidence that STARCOM have been here ahead of me? How? Let's see what's going on the planet. If I find a STARCOM base here, Commodore Yu's got some explaining to do. There is something down there. Bunch of impact craters with some titanium and yttrium. Obviously the result of the debris fields orbiting the star. So a bunch of junk rained down on the planet from all of this shit, which was left here by STARCOM somehow. What the... Somebody back at Celeano Station better have a good explanation for this, because we had this expression in the Navy. We're being treated like mushrooms, kept in the dark and fed shit. I don't think I'm going to find any further answers in this system. Oh, hang on. There's a yellow star. within sensor resolution range. I'll go and check it out. It's not that far away, it won't take too long to get there. And there's a handy wormhole in this system that I can use to get back to Celeano quickly. But yeah, somebody back in Celeano... Oh, hang on, another derelict. Rear half of a deep space survey vessel. Main computer sensor array is mostly intact. The logs are missing. But the sensor array has some data from where they were studying whenever they were attacked. An incredibly dense object with a unique energy signature. Ensign Perks, my astroscience specialist, is theorising that they might have encountered a collapsar. This is basically, well, it's something that's never actually been encountered in our own universe. It's a theoretical collapsed neutron star. Something that we've only theorised about in our own universe, but which might exist here. It was mentioned earlier, not in this video, but earlier on in this series, that the universal constants in this universe are just a tiny, slightly bit different to our own. Anyway, we're getting close enough to this yellow star that I'm able to start picking up some of the bigger planets within the system. Desert, terrestrial, is that it? Just the two? Don't appear to be any gas giants, I would have seen those first. Oh, there's a flinger here. Alright, we'll scan the desert world. Nothing. Let's head to the terrestrial planet. There's a flinger right next to it, which means another system, possibly not within visual range. I don't appear to have picked up any stars yet, but, well, flingers don't take you nowhere. There's something on the terrestrial world. Let's send the survey team down. Another pyramid. Alright, what's in it? Some documents stored in low-res holographic crystals remain. The Academy was dedicated to study of the wormhole gateways. They'd made some dramatic insights shortly before research stopped abruptly. So that pyramid was some kind of research academy. Let's see what's on the other end of this flinger. Oh, we've now calculated structures of a similar style across multiple planets. Yeah, these pyramids seem to be, if not the same culture, which they probably are, then at least inspired by the same culture. In the same way, I mean, the Roman Empire's been dead and gone for 2,000 years, but people still build in the Roman style. Whoa, this is a busy system, and there's another flinger, and a whole bunch of planets to investigate. And am I seeing a ship? I am. The CXTA. These guys are a sort of shipping guild. They don't do any trade themselves. They're forbidden from doing that by the trading guild. Ah, we have a replacement delivery for a carrier that's gone missing and the destination's off our route. They're making an effort to flatter us by using our language, but it's just confusing the translator. Medical supplies, nothing restricted, all above the table, as you say. Colonies had an outbreak of gallium crystal parasites, not dangerous to carbon life. My xenoculture specialist, Ensign Triton, reckons that they're just sloping this delivery off onto us because they're terrified of getting infected. I could have him try to negotiate a better price, but my xenoculture skills aren't that good, so we'll just take it. Okay. Yes, these guys, the CXTA, they're definitely not traders. They want to make that absolutely clear because they don't want anybody to think they're muscling in on the trade guild's territory. I haven't actually encountered the trade guild yet. In my first encounter with these CXTA guys, they thought that I was a trade guild plant trying to entrap them into conducting trade with them in breach of trade guild regulations or something along those lines. I have not yet actually encountered this trade guild that the CXTA keep going on about. But the CXTA themselves seem to be harmless. What's this? This structure is a crude facsimile of the remnant gateways. Yeah, it doesn't quite look like a wormhole. Crude compared to the remnants, I mean. It would be a major engineering feat for STARCOM. Yeah, what is this? It looks like a point portal. Glyphs on the structure's surface translate to heretic portal. There is an interface for remote access, but the directions for access seem to be encrypted. Okay. I don't know what a point portal is, and I'm not going to find out today because I can't access it. Something's missing. Huh. This rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper, doesn't it? What's going on down here? Some kind of anomaly. Large antenna. I could have my engineering officer try to figure out what this thing's for. It's monitoring a space-based structure in this star system. It's also transmitting regular information via subspace to somewhere. Huh. Alright, take it apart. We'll have the resources. Copper and platinum. That's not... Nah, I'm sure nobody's going to turn up to find out why it stopped transmitting. Oh, shit. No. Oh, bollocks. It's the devout. Yeah. So, whatever was on that planet was theirs. Hang on, I'm nowhere near the sector of space where I first encountered them. What are they doing all the way over here? They seem to be leaving the CXTA hauler alone. I mean, that's not really surprising. The CXTA maintain a policy of strict neutrality. Can I take these guys on? Missiles. Ah! No! I'm out of energy. Oh, I can barely get the plasma guns firing to take that missile out. Oh, that was too close. Alright. Let's slow the hell down. Get some energy back up. Screw the devout. Screw the other planets in this system. I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't think I can take them on just yet. How am I going to get home now? I need to find another system with a wormhole. This, hang on a minute. No, I thought this might be the... remember that system I'm looking for? The Lagrange system? 4 planets, all the same distance from a central K-type star. 1 big, 3 small. This isn't it. Huh. More structures buried underneath the sands, but can't get to them. 20 research points out of it, though. Incredibly hard material, but no practical use for it. On the bright side, at least in this system, nobody's shooting at me. Oh, hang on a minute. I just took delivery of a container from the CXTA that they claim are medical supplies, but could be actually anything. Let's not just take their word for it. Let's actually analyse the container. Organic compounds useful for synthesising a wide range of medical treatments for silicon-based life forms. Okay, it is medical supplies. In other news, the crew have now done enough surveys that they've increased in rank. So every time your crew ranks up, they gain 1 skill point in their specialisation. So for example, Ensign Ray here just gained a free point in biomed, and then I spent an additional skill point to put him up to 6. I'm putting everybody up to 6 in their chosen specialisation. I find that this early on in the game, when you're making skill checks, they're all based off the highest relevant skill of your bridge crew. And you want those skills to be as high as possible. Later on, once you've gotten decent amounts of skill points in their specialisations, you can start spreading the points around, helping them all generalise a bit. What do we have here? Oh, representative of the local people in this archipelago. Monetary base is silver, but they need aluminium for their gliders, which are their primary mode of transportation. I found another trading outpost. So, I mean, they trade in silver. I don't have a lot of silver. And they have an artifact for sale, but no, I need the silver. But if at some point in the future I have an excess of silver, and they're selling something that I do want to actually trade for, the map will always highlight a trading post like this with a green ping, in the same way it did the refinery traders that I showed you earlier. So I'll always be able to find this place again on the map as the map gets bigger and more heavily populated, and it starts to get very difficult to find individual systems unless they're highlighted in some way. So I figured I should do this delivery for the CXTA, and there was no fast way other than, you know, slogging through deep space in order to get there. And on the way I detected an orange star, and well, I mean, it's on the way, I may as well investigate. And as I got closer and my sensors were able to resolve more detail on what was actually in this system, there's the central star, there's a large gas giant, there's one planet the same distance, another planet the same distance, there's a 4th planet the same distance. Yes, Ensign Perks. Astroscience Division. This system does look promising, doesn't it? Is this the Lagrange system that the altar to the bones thing was going on about? Pockets of uranium beneath this planet's surface that periodically can sustain runaway fission reactions. 20 research points. Too deep for us to actually get down there and mine. Here's the gas giant. There's a wormhole gateway here. Oh, and a comet. Yes! Able to get close enough to get a scan off. 150 research points. Comet has a nearly perfectly crystalline core, likely caused by the stability of the system's Lagrange points. Alright, let's activate this gateway, so I can always get back to the station quickly from here. There's another 2 planets in this system that I haven't yet investigated. And whatever this altar to the bones thing was going on about, it's got to be on one of these 2 planets. Oh, and the 3 comets that we've seen so far has allowed Ensign Perks to further refine her model for stellar evolution in this universe, which is a long-winded way of saying 250 research points. Right, there's something down here on this rocky world. This looks like the remains of a repair pit stop. Well, lots of resources. Pretty sure that's not what the altar to the bones was indicating this system for, which means it has to be on this desert world. Let's just check. Yep. Yeah, if there was anything else in this system, even my shitty sensors would have picked it up at this range. So whatever is here, the reason why we're here has to be on this desert world. There is something there. Survey team away. Just below 1,000 meters, a distinctive pyramidal shape appeared in the swirling dust. There's another pyramid here. Okay. Neutronium? A brass connector. Ensign Ray, the biomed specialist, detecting bone fragments of the mortal variety in the debris. Neutronium, though? I don't think I've ever seen neutronium before. Right, let's get this brass connector analysed. The god apparently had bones made of a durable brass-like metal. Scans show that this contains a complex network of fine connections, and it's 150 research points. This means nothing to me. But that's completed the Bones of the Dead God mission. Clearly this is important. Why? No idea. Maybe we'll find out in the next episode, although I doubt it. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And if you're playing the game for yourself, I'm sure you've become so hopelessly addicted that you already know the answers to all of these questions because you've played it so much. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.